Hi, this is Pam. I've had a lot of questions about making the pattern for the custom coffee cup sleeve. So let me show you a little shortcut. Maybe this way it'll be a little bit easier for you. Take a look. So take a piece of paper that is 2 or 3 inches larger height and width than what you need your coffee cup sleeve to be. Now place your coffee cup in the middle of this paper. I like to just gather it up like that and then lay the cup down and roll it along the paper, marking the bottom edge of the cup as you go. Be careful not to scoot the cup around on the paper. You want to hold it in place and then just continue marking that. And then you'll cut out along that bottom line that you just drew. Okay, we have the bottom curve. Let's check and see how that looks. Again, I'm going to line up my paper so that bottom is even with the bottom of my cup and just kind of roll it around, roll it up in that paper and make sure that it's lining up okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of this excess paper just to have it out of the way. Okay, so line up that cup again. All right, let's pinch those sides of that paper together. Line up the bottom of the paper, should be nice and even along the bottom, and then you're just going to pinch that and then fold it over. You see how I'm pressing that and then butt the other end up with that, and that's going to be the other side of your pattern. Then I like to take my ruler and just mark along that crease line I just made. It just gives me a better visual to use to mark my seam allowance. So I'm going to lay my ruler down and cut this out with the 1/2 inch mark laying on that marked line. So I'm adding a 1/2 an inch to that marked line. And that will allow for my seam allowance when I sew this together. Okay, so we have the bottom and we have the sides, and now we need to find the top. Remember, we wanted our sleeve, let's say, to be about 5 inches, 4.5 inches probably tall. Okay, I'm just writing that down so I don't forget. 4.5 plus 1/2 an inch, 1/2 an inch, so 5.5 inches, um, including seam allowance. I'm just going to take my ruler or tape measure and mark 5.5 inches along the top from the bottom. So 5.5 inches and just make marks all the way along there. And then where I made each of those marks, we'll cut that. I find it easier if I fold the paper in half, just like this. That way I have a nice straight line, less opportunity to make mistakes. So take my rotary cutter or scissors and cut right along that line. Again, making sure that's about, yep, 5.5 inches. And then just cut that. Now I'll lay this out again, roll it up in my cup, make sure that everything's looking good. I think I need to make a little minor adjustments to it, but that's how you make a pattern for the coffee cup sleeve. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll be glad to help you. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll be glad to try to help you. Thank you so much, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please come visit me over on the Birch Cottage blog and sign up for my newsletter. Thank you.